Browns QB Shedeur Sanders' future could be in doubt via NFL draft prediction. If we're searching for evidence that the NFL draft is an unscientific dart throw, look no farther than the 2025 Cleveland Browns, who selected 2 quarterbacks in April, neither of them high, and one of them who many experts thought would go in round 1. As Cleveland is trying to build its roster, a process that might last all this season and beyond, they are expected by many to once again be a 3-win team or so. That would mean drafting high once again next April, and hoping to find a permanent and stellar solution to the QB problem. For now, elderly stopgap Joe Flacco is the starting quarterback. Deshaun Watson is rehabbing as a pricey flop. And Dillon Gabriel, 3rd round, and Shedeur Sanders, 5th round, are in the building as rookies. Some still think Shedeur got railroaded out of the 1st round and out of a starting job that should be his. The notions are frankly ridiculous. If he was good enough to play, he'd be playing. But what about next year? Shedeur, the son of NFL legend Dillon Sanders, could obviously develop and mature into a player. The Browns will use 1st-round pick in 2026 on a franchise quarterback. That's the bad news prediction from NFL insider Nick Baumgardner of The Athletic, who projects that the Browns will have the 2nd overall pick and will select the 6'3", 242-pound Lenora Sellers from South Carolina. It doesn't have to be Sellers, of course. There will be other high 1st-round candidates as QBs in the 2026 draft. But if Cleveland goes that direction, it will obviously commit to that guy. Leaving Sanders, the former Colorado star who is the 3rd-string quarterback, once again be in a competition simply for a roster spot. Sanders recently expressed self-confidence about his NFL path, telling NFL Network, "I think overall as a player, I feel like I've put in the work. I feel like everything I do, I try to do it to my best, and that's all you can ask for. I think about myself in a high regard." That's a wonderful thought. But by next April, when we move beyond mock drafts and to the real thing, the highly regarded rookie QB in Cleveland might not be Shedeur Sanders. Kevin Stefanski's reported feelings on Browns QB rotation will worry Shedeur Sanders. Some decisions hit hard. In Shedeur Sanders' case, everybody thought he had arrived on the NFL horizon after his bang-on performance in the 2nd preseason game, but the Cleveland Browns HC Kevin Stefanski took a firm decision to have him as QB3 rather than at the backup job. While in his first NFL preseason game, Sanders completed 17 out of 29 passes at a 58.6% completion rate. His Week 3 performance stole all the glamour around his wrist. Holding the ball too long, multiple sacks in less time, most importantly, looming danger of losing backup QB job, tackles Shedeur Sanders. Going with 4 QBs in the preseason, it was pretty much clear that 40-year-old veteran QB Joe Flacco would be the starter. Meanwhile, Kenny Pickett was surprisingly traded to the Raiders amid Stefanski's backup QB decision. So, on August 26th, the Browns HC decided to play Dillon Gabriel as backup. This decision not only reveals Stefanski's strategy for the 2025 NFL season, but it looks like the HC has gone even further in deciding the future starter. The HC's thoughts were recently revealed by senior NFL analyst Greg Cosell on Ross Tucker Football Podcast, when he was asked about Stefanski's decision. "Yeah, well, Dillon Gabriel, fits Kevin Stefanski," Cosell started, and Kevin Stefanski really liked him coming out because of the way in which he plays. Gabriel is purely a timing rhythm player. You know, again, stylistically, you'd say he's similar to Tua Tagovailoa, in that when he hits his back foot, the ball comes out. That's the way Kevin Stefanski sees his offense, and there's a ton of play action in his offense. So, he sees Gabriel as the kind of quarterback that can efficiently run what he wants to do, the NFL analyst further added. It's all about timing and rhythm, and that's the way in which Gabriel plays. Obviously, he's under 6 feet, he's not big. His arm's a little better than people might think. He does have enough mobility. Like you spoke about with Rattler, you know, he's not dynamic, but he has mobility. Dillon Gabriel to rule the Browns' locker room in the near future in competition with Shedeur Sanders? If we take a look at Dillon Gabriel's preseason, he has proved that he is going to master the art of not taking a whole bunch of sacks and maintaining a solid completion rate. So, in his first preseason game, Dillon Gabriel completed 25 of 37 or 67.6% passes. In that game, Gabriel had 2 sacks. However, in the following preseason, where Sanders couldn't create a wave like he had in his first game, Gabriel completed 12 of 19 passes at 63.2%. Notably, Gabriel did not allow any defender of the Los Angeles Rams to sack him. 0 sacks, I repeat. These small but important things matter when you are on the verge of cutting the roster. Most importantly, if we look at the future of the Cleveland Browns under Kevin Stefanski, there is less or zero chance they will play Flacco in the 2026 season. Irrespective of the outcomes of the 2026 NFL Draft, the obvious choice the Browns and Stefanski could make for the starting QB role is Dillon Gabriel. This is why Shedeur Sanders' Browns' future is currently in boiling water, where it is screaming for a major opportunity again. Well, for now, Joe Flacco will start for the Week 1 game against Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals. Gabriel will wait for his opportunities, but Sanders might be waiting for the role of signal caller in the 2025 NFL season, dressing up as QB3. The Cleveland Browns thought they had found a spark when they added Shedeur Sanders, the highly publicized son of Pro Football Hall of Famer Deion Sanders. His arrival brought a wave of attention unlike anything the franchise had seen in decades. Fans filled social media with speculation, analysts debated whether his skills would translate, and teammates felt the magnetic pull of his confidence. But now, whispers across the league suggest that the Browns may not be fully committed to Sanders as their long-term quarterback. And the reason is clear: the NFL Draft. The draft has always been the great equalizer, the place where hope, uncertainty, and brutal reality collide. Each year, it reshapes careers and resets expectations. And for Shedeur Sanders, it could be the very thing that reshapes or even unravels his Cleveland journey. A rookie season under the microscope. Sanders' rookie season was never going to be easy. He entered a quarterback room crowded with veterans, journeymen, and hopefuls. While the Browns spoke publicly about giving him time to develop, privately, the clock was always ticking. NFL organizations don't wait long on quarterbacks anymore, especially when top draft classes keep churning out new faces. In flashes, Shedeur showed the same poise and arm talent that made him a sensation at Colorado. His deep ball touched the sky before dropping into receivers' hands like a feather. His presence in the pocket often reminded fans of a young, unshaken field general. But with those flashes came inconsistency. He held the ball too long at times, inviting sacks. His reads against sophisticated NFL defenses lagged a step behind. And while he played with the swagger of prime time's son, swagger alone doesn't win games in the AFC North.